You're home alone, and your phone rings. It's the police calling to let you know there is a murderer on the loose. You listen intently to get all of the details. You then hear an unexplained noise from inside your house and tell the officer. The officer tells you the killer is already inside your home. How do you fight back? School committees consist of many concerned people. Ideally, they are legitimately concerned about the well-being of all of their students. On the surface, this sounds great, especially if the committee is diverse enough to handle the majority of the issues that come up over the course of a given school year. There are also attendees to the committee meetings. Most of our concerned parents of the students in the specific school system or community members who are engaged in the future of our local societies. Then there are the poison pills. These are people who show up at various school committee meetings specifically to push an agenda or narrative. They are often not part of the community, and in some cases are in the state for the first time specifically for the meeting they are attending. They act as if they are a concerned parent about an issue that wasn't even on the committee's planned agenda. This isn't a one-off occurrence. This is part of a coordinated attack on the existing protections for our students. What we're seeing is an attack on the rights of students' speech, expression, and even their bodily autonomy. Trans students are particularly under attack by these vile people who want to deny them basic human needs like access to any restrooms or their ability to join in on competitive sports. Even their identity isn't safe. In some cases, Trump's MAGA constituents are trying to push his agenda on DEI initiatives and immigration. In a small city in Rhode Island, a pro-Trump committee member actually asked if ending DEI measures would save money in the school budgets. Spoiler, it won't. As if they think being respectful of diversity costs money. The school systems are scared they will lose necessary funding, and with good reason. Trump is making threats to punish schools who don't comply with his potentially illegal fascist executive orders. For this reason, many honest and supportive school committee members are stuck on how much action they can take without risking harm to their school. This is where we come in. It doesn't matter if you have a child in your local school system. Conservative group Moms for Liberty send their members to school committee meetings regardless of if a member has a student in that school system or even lives in that state. They make bold and often ridiculous claims about their alleged concerns. We can do the same in opposition, only our claims will be about them and the harm they want to cause. I was recently advised that it's best to go in groups to these meetings. This will empower you to speak as you know at least one other person there supports you. Also, there is safety in numbers. As January 6th has proven, the MAGA conservatives are not above excessive and unwarranted acts of violence. Factor in Trump's plans to get rid of the Department of Education and send the department's functions to the states, we can see troubling possibilities. Having a federal level department guaranteed that certain funding for specific programs was used accordingly. Students with special needs would have the support to help them get the most out of their education. Why should public schools and what happens there concern you even if you don't have children? The benefit and the reason public education exists is to create an educated electorate. We pay taxes to make sure all children are educated to a certain standard and become productive members of society. The United States population is diverse in terms of ethnicity, race, religion, and gender expression, which is reflected in the student body of each school across the country. The only reason to oppose measures to build equity for all students is to produce a generation of citizens who don't have the knowledge to understand they are being oppressed financially and enslaved, and this ignores the diversity of the students only to work to encourage bigotry. If books are banned, certain religions are forced on students, and diversity forced to go into hiding, what is the end result? To put it bluntly, we create a society of easily manipulated drones who are programmed to see diversity as a threat. This keeps people fighting each other while those in power continue to manipulate society as a whole. This manipulation is an act of greed to both maintain and hoard an ever-growing amount of wealth, power, and influence. Meanwhile, our rights to self-agency are further eroded while we seek each other out as enemies. It's time we unite against the fascist plot and make sure our collective children's futures are better than what we have for the present. We outnumber the fascists, which is their greatest fear. Never forget it. Please like and subscribe for more content. If you like this, ring the bell for updates.